And we're just going to sit and enjoy 15 minutes together, doing nothing. And we can kind of either see this as a bit of an introduction to a more formal meditation practice of just sitting and stopping and just becoming aware of ourselves and our surroundings. Or if we've already got an established practice, we can see it as an extension to our practice, where we're kind of taking our meditation practice, if you like, off the cushion and just into the world, where we just stop and just apply the same practices really of awareness and mindfulness of what's happening. So we can start by just getting comfortable, the same way we would setting up our posture. Maybe taking a few deeper breaths. Just a signal we're going to take a pause and just say no to any ideas that we need to do something, check something. Maybe just be aware of what you're sat on and where you're sat in that contact. And just in the same way, connecting with the contact of the chair or wherever you sat, and that's kind of on the ground. So you can just bring to mind the qualities of the ground, of stillness and stability, while we're just taking this pause. Just having a sense of gravity, so we can just relax where we are. Try and give up a bit of weight, drop the shoulders. And just kind of notice what space we take up and what space there is around us, wherever we are, whether we're at work, in your shop, in one of your rooms at home, or even outside maybe. And then maybe just notice the breath, just your natural breath. We're not trying to change anything. It helps us unhook from any sense of planning or we should be doing something. And just notice the breath. And that might just be where the breath's coming in, maybe at the nose or the mouth, or just a sense of your body breathing in your chest or your belly. And then just noticing any other sensations in the body, how you're feeling any tightness or contraction. Anything that feels nice and pleasurable or comfortable as you just sat. Maybe just notice where your attention's going in the body. Maybe we can just relax a bit more as we're just sat here. If we notice anything's a bit tight or a bit achy, can we just relax a little bit more into the chair or where you're sitting, or just breathe into any kind of tightness? Morning, Lynn. How you doing? And then just notice any thoughts that are kind of arising. That might be what you've been doing, something about the past, maybe what you think you should be doing right now instead, or what you're going to do after. So maybe being propelled into the future, just notice where your thoughts take you. And see if we can just keep noticing and not getting kind of caught up. So not using the time to plan what we're going to do next, but just to stop. It's funny, I think Shaki Bazaar mentioned one of the other mornings of she wonders if anybody's going to turn up. After which, one of my thoughts is, oh, what do they want me to say? What's going to be helpful? What do they want to hear? How can we have a sense of each other together? You know, in a physical space, we'd sit and share a cuppa, sit and share the space together. But obviously here we're trying to connect online. And then we can just bring in the senses. So what can we hear? Just maybe taking in what's around, what we can see, and taste and touch of the cup in your drink, how that might smell, particularly like the smell of coffee. And then we might just want to bring in a particular reflection. So maybe how everything's changing, impermanence. What your habits are, in terms of maybe particular thoughts that are quite habitual, or feelings or emotions that are quite familiar or habitual to you. So we can just reflect on those of, oh yeah, I'm getting caught up in that particular thought or story. We all have different versions of the same thing. We can just become aware of what our version is. Whether we should be busy. So for those of you who are familiar, that would be becoming aware of the worldly winds, how the worldly winds play out for us. Where we're wanting to feel okay and where we don't, and what we try and do about it. So we've just got a couple of minutes, and we're just going to sit. I don't want to fill the space by lots of talking. So we'll just sit for a couple of minutes together. So just for the last minute or two whilst you're sitting, I'm going to share a poem that you can just allow to just wash over you. And it's by John O'Donoghue, and it's called For the Interim Time. So when near the end of day, life has drained out of light, and it is too soon for the mind of night to have darkened things. No place looks like itself. Loss of outline makes everything look strangely in between, unsure of what has been or what might come. In this one light, even trees seem groundless. And in a while it will be night, but nothing here seems to believe the relief of darkness. You are in this time of the interim, where everything seems withheld. The path you took to get here has washed out, and the way forward is still concealed from you. The old is not old enough to have died away, and the new is still too young to be born. You cannot lay claim to anything. In this place of dusk, your eyes are blurred, and there is no mirror. Everyone else has lost sight of your heart, and you can see nowhere to put your trust. You know you have to make your own way through. As far as you can, hold your confidence. Do not allow confusion to squander this call which is loosening your roots in false ground, that you might come free from all you have outgrown. What is being transfigured here in your mind, and it is difficult and slow to become new. The more faithfully you can endure here, the more refined your heart will become for your arrival in the new dawn. Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining me. And particularly thank you to those in the Sangha for your support. Go gently with the rest of your day, whatever you've got planned or however it unfolds. Okay, take care. Sending love.